So in my presentation, we're going to be talking about the respiratory and the circulatory system. So let's just jump right in. So if you can see, we have a white blood cell and we have a red blood cell. So what the red blood cell does, it supplies oxygen to the organs, the tissue, and what the white blood cell does, it fights off infection. It's a part of the immune system. It fights off infection, viruses. It recognizes them, and it just has an immunity to them. So we have arteries and we have veins. What's the difference? Arteries are red, and they are oxygenated blood veins that go away from the heart. And we have blue veins, which are deoxygenated blood that goes to the heart. And so let's go look at them right now. Let's go travel and let's go to the heart. So now we enter the heart. So the heart has four main chambers: the right atrium, right ventricle, left ventricle. So what the right side does, it pumps deoxygenated blood into your lungs. So when you breathe, it sucks up that oxygenated blood and pumps it right down to your heart. And that's what the left side does. The left side is now pumping blood throughout the rest of the body, into the tissue, into the muscles, into the other organs. So what do you notice about this heart? It's going really, really fast, right? So this is what you call an arrhythmia. An arrhythmia is when it's an abnormal rhythm to the heartbeat. So it can either go really slow or it can go really fast. In this case, it's going really fast. So this can cause stroke, heart failure, and even cardiac death. A treatment option for arrhythmia is called a pacemaker. A pacemaker is a little battery pack that is placed right below your collarbone, which sends electrical currents to the heart to stop the irregular beats and have it focus on track. So there are two types of pacemakers. A single chamber pacemaker is when it sends electrical currents to the lower right chamber of the heart, and a dual chamber pacemaker when it sends electrical signals to the upper and lower chambers of the right heart. So with surgery, there's always complications. Some complications could be damage to the blood vessels and the nerves, infection, and collapsed lungs. So now on to the respiratory system. So the respiratory system has 5 parts: the nose, the mouth, the throat, the trachea, and the lungs. So the main goal of the respiratory system is allowing you to breathe and also allowing you to supply oxygen in the body. So the nose is a gateway for air to go inside our lungs, so through the trachea and down to our lungs. So the nose filters out the air, so when we breathe, we have fresh and clean air, nothing with debris, no toxins. So yeah, that's the main function of the nose. The trachea is a cartilage that allows air to go in and out of the lungs, obviously through the nose and through the mouth. One good thing about a trachea is that if in an emergency you need to breathe, in emergency situations, the nurses or the doctors are going to cut open the little section of where your trachea is at and pump oxygen through there, instead of cutting up the lung and making everything worse or doing something really bad. The lungs function is to supply oxygen and release carbon dioxide. One very common disease is asthma. Asthma is the narrowing and swelling of the airways within the lungs, and a very common side effects from this is coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. So one treatment option for asthma is an inhaler. Inhaler allows you to breathe in deflammation medicine, so it can help you breathe better, so the narrowness and the swelling can go down, and obviously allowing you to breathe a lot better and do normal activities without having the chest pains or shortness of breath that usually asthma symptoms have. So some weakness and some strength of my presentation are, one strength is that mine is unique. I did a lot of editing, a lot of videos, a green screen. I had a green screen in the background. And so I guess mine stands out from the rest of the presentations. One weakness I had is that I really did this last second, like at 3 a.m. in the morning, creating all the videos. So I look very tired. But so yeah, I did. So it was really short. It was really fat. I didn't really go through a lot of detail, like I would if I had more time. So yeah, I think that's a strength and that's a weakness that I had in my presentation. One thing I enjoyed about Mosville Anatomy and Physiology was obviously the class itself and the lessons I learned, but also I guess the show, the House, Dr. House, is a pretty good show. I'd have never known it if you didn't really show it to me. So thank you. I'll be watching the other seasons soon. I thought it was a really good show. Thank you. Honestly, I have no recommendations on what to do next year for the other brothers, like improvements. I thought everything was pretty good. It was a fun class, not gonna lie. So yeah, I hope we do more group projects. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe more like interactive, like group stuff, you know.